Suzuki are taking the mid-range motorcycle thing very seriously this year with its new 800 parallel twin motor. We've already tried it extensively in the GSX 8S Naked, a bike we liked a lot. But now we have the other iteration of this machine, one South Africans will raise an eyebrow for. It's the V-Strom DL800 Adventure machine. More so, it's the DE model, with the DE standing for Dirt Exploring or something like that. To summarize, this is the hardcore off-road version with a 21-inch front wheel made of wire, a 17-inch rear wheel also made of wire, a bash plate as standard, and a lengthy 220 millimeters of shower suspension goodness. But first, a little jaunt down a tar road.
Okay, so we got all the riding modes here. In specific, right now, it will put into A. A stands for all the power, must be, which is what it's got, all the power.
That's 83 horses worth of power, combined with 78 newton meters of torque, all through the 776cc parallel twin that has not one counterbalance shaft, but two counterbalance shafts. And the effect is profound.
But here's the thing about this bike, it's not particularly fast. Compared to other motorcycles, it's not particularly fast. It'll do 200 km an hour, it'll cruise at like 170 alright, you know, if you want to do that sort of thing. But it doesn't sort of kick you in the backside. It doesn't light you on fire as you open the throttle. What it does do is waft. And that's because this motor is so smooth. It's ridiculously smooth. I'm prepared to even say that it might be too smooth. Yeah. But what it is extremely easy to ride. I mean, any gear, any revs, whatever, it'll hardly snatch, it'll hardly do anything, it'll just comply. You open the throttle and it goes, and it complies. Maybe not as fast as other motorcycles perhaps, but it does it well enough, and smooth enough, and effortlessly enough.
We've already covered the rider modes, but added into that is a TFT dash, trash control, and the obligatory ABS.
It comes standard with a quick shifter also, which works well. It's a two-way quick shifter. I'm not skipped any gears. Everything's gone well so far. This bike gives you a feeling of classiness. You do. I mean, you look at that dash. It's got a classy dash. It's got all these buttons that are just classy and well put together, which I rather like. It's comfortable. You sit well enough on it. Seats a bit hard.
The swing arm is made of aluminium. The main frame is made of steel, as is the subframe. That is bolt-on instead of welded, meaning a lot less money to depart from when you bend it.
Handling, well, it handles. I mean, back in the day, you had road bikes that handled well, and then you had off-road bikes that didn't. And off-road bikes were either really comfortable and really absorptive and all of that, or they handled well. Nowadays, people do both, which is incredible given this frame and given everything that goes into this bike. A lot of it also works on road bikes, so how on earth do they manage that? I don't know. But the suspension works well, it turns well, it's confident, even with a 21-inch front wheel. You know, it's a little bit of a tip to get it into corners, but once you're there, it's perfectly good. How do they do that? I don't know. Magic. Must be magic. This whole day the whole time you think it's science working in your favor. No. There's wizards in there and they're going, oh, hocus pocus. Must be.
With the tar road behind us, we head to the D's natural habitat to see how habitable it is.
Hey, here we go. Feels good. It does. It just feels it's got a very kind of balanced feeling about it. And the suspension works really well. It's 220 millimeters, which is a lot. Combined with a 21-inch front wheel, tracking nicely, rolling over stuff. It's excellent.
And on the DE version, there's one more little electronical surprise.
Okay, so what I've done is, if you look at the traction control setting, There it says TC. I put it into G. G is for gravel. And it's supposed to make it better, so let's find out. Second gear. Roly-poly road, open the throttle. Oh, that just moved forward. I thought it was going to spin, it didn't, it just moved forward. Let's try again. Oh, okay, moved forward a lot there. Why isn't it spinning? Okay, wait, we're going to try a corner here, let's see. Down a gear. I really thought this thing is going to wheel spin, it's going to slide, it's going to fishtail. No, it just moved forward. That's like good and bad at the same time. It's like, I like moving forward. Moving forward is good. You want to go forward. Forward is the direction you want to go. But you kind of like to do it while fishtailing at the same time. This motor's too smooth. This motor's way too smooth. It's so obedient. Yes, sir. You want to go forward? Go forward. There we go. See, I'm going forward. Open throttle, move forward. No other silly business. No nonsense. No mucking about. This bike is like the butler from Downton Abbey. Yes, my lord. No problem, my lord. It's too well behaved.
Mind you, it's not all perfect.
If I have one complaint, the bike's a bit heavy. It's 230 kilograms. It's just... You know what, when I ride it now, I don't feel it, but when you're going slowly and it's getting a bit tricky and it's getting a bit technical, yeah, you do notice it. You do notice it. I mean, it's sort of not that far off the big bikes, you know, the 1200s, the 1300s, not that far off it. And yeah, I kind of wish it would weigh a little bit less, but it's not bad. Well, again, once you're up and running, it's a very balanced bike, very, very stable, and that's all good. Also, it's not too tall, so it's not like I feel like I'm going to fall over. It's just that when I need to move it about, it just, it doesn't move about as much as I would like when it's going really slowly.
But then we are prepared to let the odd drawbacks slide in light of the overall picture.
I love bikes like this. This is a do-anything bike. We said it about the 8S, the street bike, the naked bike. This is the sort of bike you buy as a beginner. You want to get into adventure riding, you buy one of these. And it's a sort of bike you can keep pretty much forever. I mean, if you never upgrade to a bigger bike, well, it's not a train smash. This is pretty much everything you need here. It's a lot of motorcycle in one sort of smallish bundle.
And all this for a very good price of 195,000 Rand. That's really not bad at all.